Yeah, fellas, welcome to another Player Supreme episode. GMK, as you guys recall, I was coaching GMK, and he got this Chinese girl from China with a strong religious background. And through craft and just straight up game, he's able to get her to break away from her religion, and he put the African dick up in her. She fell in love. The BBC, man! But her religion is coming back to, always keeps popping up. She feels guilty over giving up the pussy and, giving him all the kind of sex he wants. So he has a post. I guess they were breaking up. He writes, "A while back, I posted about my main and her sexual guilt due to her religion. Back then, I posted it about because I saw that it was going to be an issue and wanted to handle it then. I did some mind fucking as suggested by Grease. I told her that she was mine. We are meant to be together. It's okay for us to be free together, and things like that to calm her guilt down. I don't know if you're a Christian. It would help if you actually understood the Bible, because remember, that's where she's taking her guilt from. If you knew how to manipulate the words in the Bible like I do. This worked because after this, she was planning on taking me on trips in the coming weeks, taking me to Hawaii for my birthday, and buying me stuff, as a player should be blessed by his females. She admitted that she loves me, of course. She said that when she's with me, she's happy and everything is fine. Yes. But she just feels guilty and ashamed when I'm not there. I sense part of a ultimatum going to come up in her. I mean, she might want you to actually move in with her, or she might be open to that, but I don't recommend it, especially for your first female. We've gone back and forth on me making her feel good and her feeling bad after going to church and all that. Unfortunately, with a lot of these Jesus freaks, Jesus got a handle on them also. See, you're up there whispering in her ear, and then they got the church bomb blasting their brains. The main reason my game got undone on her was because she was seeing her counselor, who could bring her out of the web I had her in. Yeah. You want to isolate her from that counselor. Say, okay, you need to explain to her, look, you listen to that guy, look how you feel. You listen to me, and you feel good. I naturally always opposed her, of course, talking to the counselor good about our personal life. Exactly. Always oppose it. Explain it, break it down to her. Long story short, she doesn't really have any close friend that she can open up. And so after talking to the counselor, her counselor told her that we had an unhealthy relationship and that she should reevaluate. I hate those guys. I hate that. You also, is a counselor a woman? If it's a man, you could turn her against the man. Say he might actually have, his own thoughts on you himself. You want to find a way to make that person not appeal as upstanding as they might be. Because that's really not good advice. That's not good advice to break up a relationship. She talked to me about having a relationship with no intercourse. Hell no. Hell no. No. You can't have her as your woman and not have her as your woman. And he writes, and it was a done deal for me. I tried to break up with her, but she started crying and begging. I'm smiling right now. That part of me that's evil Chris loves it when women beg. You want to beg me, baby? You can beg me later on. You ain't got me. To find a compromise. There's no compromise. Either she becomes your woman or she doesn't. A happy balance where we can do everything else but no penetration. Hell to the fucking no. No. Nope. Obviously, that ain't no player lifestyle, and I ain't selling my balls like that. I'm proud of you, GMK. Very proud. You're not going to throw us under the bus. You're not going to go do a relationship and no cheating thing. But this shit is part of the game, and it's hard because I know she can't mentally cope with this, and is sending me accidental messages that we meant, that I think we'll say that word meant for her friend, talking about how she promises not to harm herself, and she's literally sending those to you. Pretend like it's a mistake, more than likely. Like she's going to kill herself or harm herself. And asking for the number to the crisis chat. Okay. She needs your guidance, not the guidance of this counselor. She needs your male energy. I was going to say man love, but she needs you. And she's sending those messages pretending like she's trying to send them to a friend. She's not stupid. She's highly intelligent. So recognize that for the fakery that it really is. Okay? Don't get pulled in by that. Don't get fooled by it. But you do want to step in. Okay? And put the words to make it look like this. Look, you and I were doing fine until you talked to that counselor. Ever since you see that counselor, you're not happy. Now you're talking about hurting yourself. When I'm around you, you're happy. So you make the choice on how you want to be in your life. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be like this? To be with me, you have to be with me as my woman. I made you my woman. I chose you out of all the women out there that I could have given my gift to. But I gave my gift to you. Break it down like that for her, okay? Expand on what I just said. Jovina's listening to my game, so I can't pour it all out there. So I may have to use it on her one day.
Excuse me. Aha, then I'll know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. She'll know exactly what I'm doing. But seriously, though, what I just said, I actually believe 100%. That's I was starting to come from inside of me. You could hear the change in my voice. That was the message I gave the girls before. That comes from inside. He writes, this game is real. It's a double-edged sword, and it ain't for the weak of heart. I think you're hurting right now. And I'm glad I kept my heart in check. That's good. I'm thinking cop and blow on this one and ending it. She still has play left in her. When a female still has play left in her, you don't jump off yet. Okay? With some stern control and good game, she'll be back on your side. Update. Things are moving forward with the old lady, but behind schedule because when I told her, let's go over to her place last Sunday, she told me wanted to get to know me a little more because in the past people have tried to blackmail her. That's just a smokescreen she's throwing up and invade her privacy. You're already in her privacy. That's bullshit. You should have solved that right then and there and squashed that one. When you're in this situation, you got to activate your player mind. That's when your mind speeds up. When she says something, you're 10 steps ahead of her. Your game should always be 10 steps ahead. Well, it doesn't have to be 10 steps ahead, but always be ahead of her. This would have been out of the equation if I had my own place. Yeah. That's why I always had my own place. I went into the game as I had my own place. I waited until I left my family and got my own place. I'm not going out there half-assed doing the game. This was after we made out, which doesn't mean shit to me till I get them panties. Well, you obviously already had the panties. Her making out with you, her desire to have an orgasm is going to overcome her. You want to put her in that position. Finger her clit and stop. Don't let her come. Stop. And let her be miserable. Get up and walk away and say, nah, I don't want to do this. And get up and walk out. I'll see you later. Watch her beg. Oh, you cut me short. You cut me short. Sound familiar, Gina? Jovina?
No.
You cut me short. But I was not expecting her to say that since things were getting steamy, so I didn't even have a good answer. Always have a good answer. Always be ready to pimp out. You got to get your brain fast. You're a smart person. Get that brain going. So I just said, okay, don't ever just give in. Something I should know about?
Recall, I think.
Oh, they're doing that. Yeah, the recall thing. Okay. I'm definitely better prepared now and learn from this to always be prepared to, yes, to answer their questions and coax them in the bed. Get back over there and do it then. Our convos are entirely sexual now, yes. She's a major freak. You made her a major freak. That's your fault. That's your fault. She's after good sex. Again, that's your fault. You gave her the African dick, brother. In her own words, men that are 30 and above just can't keep up. She hasn't met me yet. Who am I? Joey's giving me the eyeball. Who am I kidding? I ain't worth but 30 pumps. I ain't got but 30 pumps in me, brother. With my lungs, shit. Oh, Jovina, my lungs are burning. I can't finish. My only mistake was paying for the drinks we had, and that was an ego-based. That don't mean shit to me. Don't put yourself down for that. She brought me a pineapple on our first meet and paid for my car's light bulb since they were out, and I didn't know they were out. I'm planning on sealing the deal this weekend. You mean breaking up or getting back in the pussy? When you get back in the pussy, ride her like Lone Ranger rides Tonto. Tear that ass up. Make her give you everything. Every hole she has. She has to break herself on your dick. On you. You got to break her. Once you break her, she'll stay broken. Right now, that counselor and Jesus. So you got to break their hold on her. When you do her, get biblical on her ass. Lay the hand of Jesus on her if you have to. You're her personal Jesus. Right, baby?
Personal Jesus.
Yes. Personal Jesus, brother. Okay? It's got to be biblical. So she knows what she's going to be missing when you walk out. Make it biblical. Make me feel the tremors down here in Sacramento when you're up there in Seattle. I want to be able to reach out and feel her explosions of pleasure on the ether. So bring not just your A game, but the bomb A game. And talk to her the whole time. Tell her how you've missed her. And you have missed her. Let's be honest. Just open up that part of your heart, but make sure you keep it in control. And preach the word to her in bed. You know, Jovina, you got some word preaching coming. I got to take your ass to church.
You want to go to church?
In bed? I'm going to get biblical. I'm going to get medieval biblical on you.
No, not medieval.
I'm going to put the hand of Jesus on you. Later, fellas. Okay, I'm assuming she's a Christian. You want to start to break her faith a little bit. First thing you might point out to her is that, his real name isn't Jesus. And go look up the information. You'll find it. His real name was Yeshua ben Yosef. Okay? Educate her to know that she's been Europeanized, or whatever you want to call it, by a certain group of people of a certain complexion, took over the entire religion and renamed him. Okay? That'll put a little bit of seed of doubt there. Expose them to truth. All right? Then tell her the Bible was written in 325 AD. Be ready to show her the proof of that. So that way you create a little bit of fracture there with the truth. Only the truth. All right? From there you can twist it. Well, not to really twist, but show the truth. And God did say, be fruitful and multiply like cattle in the fields. So good luck with that. I hope it works out for you. I think your dick presence and what you've done with her sexually has a strong pull. And she's torn in two. You need to be around her to help her make that decision back in your court. Tell her what a good woman she is. Go read Proverbs 31 and understand it and apply that to her. Okay? Tell her how good she's doing. Compliment her and as you pull her to your side. When you get her in bed, do the same thing.